Today I will be making a Wizard of Oz inspired theme for the soap, and I'm finishing the preparation of the colors so that they blend better with the oils. So this is just ultramarine pigment, and I'm mixing it with water. Alright, so that looks good. And in here I have the warm oils. They are at 108. The lye water is at 155. So if I mix it right now, I'm probably gonna get about a 120 or so, 125. We'll see. So I'm going to add the light water to the oils. Ideally, you want to wait until your light water and your oils at about 120 degrees, and they are within 10 degrees of each other. But because my oils were a little bit on the cooler side, there will be some heat transfer going on. See, right now the entire mix, it's 120, 123, 125. So it's probably gonna get higher. I don't have a lot of plans of designs with this soap, so I'm okay with soaping at higher temperatures. Right now it's reaching 130. So as far as the fragrance that I have a combination of essential oils, which I really don't use much anymore, but I do have some from when I began making soap. I was using a lot of essential oils, but then I realized they were just too expensive. Wait, I'm not going to add them yet. Sometimes I add them before blending, and that in the past has made it accelerate, although it was supposed to do quite the opposite. So I'm going to blend it, and then I'm going to add the essential oil. Okay, they seem to be emulsified right now, the oils and the light water. So I'm going to add the essential oils, and this is a mix of Litsia. I hope that's the way to pronounce it. It's a very lemony smelling oil, and there is some cassia, very little, and some basil and cedar wood. So I think I'm gonna put a link to the recipe, which includes the oil blend in it. Initially I only wanted to add Litsia, but then I was reading that because it's a citrus, it may not, the essence may not be very lasting, like it evaporates quickly. Alright, so let's see. So I'm going to put this in this mold, and I made this dividers out of polymer clay. So some of it is going to be blue, like a light blue, and the rest is going to be gray, like, you know, just a pale gray. But I'm going for creating a tornado-like color. So the blue is supposed to be the sky, and I also have charcoal powder, which I forgot to pre-mix. So maybe I'll pre-mix it in this container. Let's see. And I'm not sure how much to add because I don't want to go black, but I don't want it to be yellowy either. Okay. There we go. Now where is my blender? Here it is. So what I'm going to do first is that I need to decide how much I'm going to need for the blue and how much I'm going to need for the gray. And I think the bigger quantity is going to be the blue. So I'm going to add some white first, just to make up for all this yellowy, since I'm using Pomace olive oil. Maybe that will help. And then I'm going to add some blue, and then I'm going to blend it. So to this, it doesn't look very dark. So I'm going to add some more charcoal powder. Let me see if this is what I have. Yeah, that's. One time I bought black oxide, so I wasn't sure if that's what I had. Well, I'm gonna add it to this. This doesn't seem to have mixed well with the water. Maybe charcoal is the kind that you need to disperse in oil instead of water. And it's looking dark. And once it cures or once it hardens, it should lighten up. It shouldn't be as dark as this. So that seems to be a good color. Alright, so now let me move this out of the way. And the first thing that I'm going to do is that I'm going to put the blue on each side of the mold. Like that. And I don't want to fill it because I have to make room for the gray that's going to go in the middle. But I'm not quite sure how much I need to fill it. Maybe that's enough. It looks like I filled 2/3. So now, here's the tricky part. I'm going to open this up. And in the middle is when I'm going to pour the black. But it looks like I need to add some more here. And I can see how it's thickening up, which is ideal. That way it can remain distinct. Alright, let's see. So I'm going to open this up, and now I'm going to pour the gray in the middle. This is quite an experiment, and I'm hoping that it works. Alright. So I don't know if I should let it sit in here for a little bit or not. And I'm going to have a bunch of leftovers, so I'm going to probably pour that into a different mold. But ideally, now I should just stick it out in the same angle. Like that. And it looks like it may have retained that shape. Alright, that means I have this wire that is going to be like a hanger swirl. It seems to be a little too wide, so I'm gonna bend it. Alright, and what I want to create is I want to blend it slightly to simulate the edge of a tornado. So I'm gonna go, you know what, this is still too white. Alright, so I'm going to go down, and I'm just gonna move it into a zigzag pattern. And as I'm coming to the top, I'm going wider. And I hope it works. But just in case, I'm gonna go back and I bring it back up. So we'll see if that worked. Now I'm gonna leave it alone for about 30 minutes. And in the meantime, I may put something on top to finish filling it up. But I'm pretty much done with this part, and then I'm going to put the decorations on top. But I just have to decide what to do to fill it up. So I'll see you in about 30 minutes. Alright, so the soap is still a little soft, but I think it has enough substance for the embeds, because the embeds are not big, they're not heavy. I just messed up this part, so I'm going to reapply lime green mojito mica powder, which is it's a very light green. I was hoping that it would look like grass on that side, but because of the dark background, it's not really looking like grass. But it doesn't matter, since any mica I put anyway will come off with the first wash. But at least to give the illusion of it, you know, for some reason the mica is not coming through my mesh. Maybe I need to just apply it directly. And on the other side, I put some iridescent green glitter. Okay, that might have been too much. So, I have here what is meant to be the yellow brick road. So, I think I'm going to put that first, but I'm not sure how. And hopefully it doesn't dip too much. And let's see. I'm not sure if I should put that part or this other one. And I made this with Subdo. And I did 2 textures, but I think I like this side better. And this may be too big, so it looks like I need to cut it. So I will be cutting it from there. And I will, oh, it looks like I didn't cut enough. And the fragrance I'm really liking. It smells fresh, yet it has some depth from the cedar wood. And what's interesting is that I'm using the cedar wood because initially I did not like it when it came out of the bottle, but it seems it has grown on me, because now I find myself liking cedar wood. more than I didn't. I mean, at the beginning I didn't like it at all. Okay, and these are some melting point embeds that I made. I didn't really melt them. I just cut them. So this is to represent the city of Oz. And what is interesting about this is that I have not read the book. I've only watched the movie. And I do have some more here. They're different. But in the movie, and this is what made me make the soap, I remember how there is a part in the movie when she arrives to the city and she sees all of these emeralds and green stuff, and it looks so cool, so luxurious and fascinating. Now, I was also reading about the copyright of the book and of the movie, because it is a complicated situation. There is a different copyright to the movie than there is to the book. And because the movie was not a faithful adaptation of the book, just because the book is out of copyright doesn't mean that the movie is. The movie is still in copyright. And I'm not sure which elements have come from the movie and which ones have come from the book. But I thought it was interesting how there's different ones for each. Okay, I think I filled most of it, but I still have some small green pieces that I want to incorporate somehow. So maybe like that. And some of them are too big for this. But I wanted to evoke that feeling of when she was fascinated by all the green jewels in the city. Now back to the essential oils mix. When I first started making soap, I wanted to do essential oils mainly, and I bought a whole bunch. And that's when I realized, as I look at recipes to see how much I needed, that I needed a lot more oils than I could actually afford. And that's when I decided that I was gonna use the essential oils for lotions, but for soaps I was gonna move to fragrance oils. But I need to use that some of the essential oils for soap because some of them are not suitable to be used in lotions. Like Acacia, for example, it can be irritating on the skin. Acacia is like a type of cinnamon that is not the purest of cinnamons. It's a different one. It's in the same family. And then cedarwood, I didn't like it, so I didn't even think I would want a soap with cedarwood. But now that I've been discovering, or that I decided to try to understand how to combine fragrances and essential oils, you know, about the top notes and the bottom notes, then I think if I combine them with something, then I will like cedarwood more. Alright, so I filled all of the side that is supposed to represent, oh look, I found another spot, the Emerald City. And out on the other side, I'm just gonna put little, like a heart to represent, you know, the heart that the lion wanted. And I also have some shoes, some red shoes that I'm going to put in that side. But that's mainly it. I'm just gonna fill it up, and then I'm going to insulate it so that it gels. Hopefully it goes through gel face. I'm not sure how doable that is, but I'll show you when I cut it. So okay, so I unmolded the soap, and it looks like what was blue has become more like green, like a minty green. So I'm not sure why, but oh, you know what? I think I know, but I'm not sure. Alright, so this is the gray part that is supposed to be the tornado, and I'm actually happy the way it looks. I wasn't sure how it was going to look, but that doesn't look bad. And I think I did cut it, I unmolded it too soon, but I waited 2 days. So for me, that's actually not too long. For me, that's a long time, I should say. I like to be able to unmold fast. But there you go, not bad. Just wish this was a blue. It could be because the Lizia, even though it was only 25% of the mix, tends to make soaps yellow. So I'm guessing that and maybe some of the other essential oils that I put also had that property. So maybe that combined with the blue just created the green. And I'm not sure how to do here. But anyway, just wanted to show you that. Thank you for watching. Bye.